you think that Michael Jackson is ever going to be this important to me?
Oh, to you? Oh, well,
Girl, you got to and touch the sky, you
The next question is tell us your thoughts about the other Jackson family members. Do you have another favorite Jackson family member? Talk to us about it.
of course, Janet, during my daughter era, is great in her own right, and she's special.
Love Janet.
But Jermaine was another one that had an opportunity. That's why I say it's not easy to be a superstar.
Yeah.
Jermaine is a superstar as the Jackson 5. He tried to do solo, and again, he still did a very good job at being a solo artist. But again, Jermaine Jackson was another one that I kind of liked as a Jackson. I believe in my heart, when Jermaine turned around and left the Jackson to do a solo career, he had a couple good nice records, but I don't think it took to the same superstar level.
Yeah.
But if you notice, he decided to do a duet again with Michael, and Michael decided to do a duet with him, Tell Me That I'm Dreaming.
Yep,
And
Tell
if
Me
you
I'm
notice,
Not Dreaming.
You notice the difference in music again, it took him to another level.
True.
Tell Me That I'm Dreaming, Jermaine Jackson again, he was back.
Yeah.
But the difference is the two together
Yeah.
made music. And it's unfortunate because I think Michael always felt that was a piece of him that was missing.
Yeah.
And he took his, you know, it's so unfortunate. It's how people do things to take themselves to another level to overcome something.
Mm-hmm.
I think Quantus is kept. Michael Jackson, besides just wanting to be the best and greatest of all time, he wanted to also supersede his brother for leaving the Jackson 5.
Oh, I never even thought of that, but you could be right.
Well, think about it. When Jermaine left Michael, when Jermaine and Mike was together, they had all the success. Because
Yeah.
Jermaine and him usually pretty much was a duet
True.
at special parts of the song. You would look for Jermaine to come in with his listen, listen, whatever.
Right.
But guess what? Jermaine turned around and left the group.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Because I'll tell you how you can tell there's a difference between chemistry and how things sound. Think about Tell Me That I'm Dreaming.
Yeah. It does sound like classic Jackson sound.
And I'll never forget again, that concert I went to see them do together. I think that was on the Victory when they did Tell Me That I'm Dreaming.
Victory, yep.
They came out and Jermaine Jackson was singing most of the parts like he does.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael had the audience wait for him to come out to sing his part.
Yeah.
Because he sat down and actually let the audience wait to see him come out to sing his lead part.
So he wasn't even on the stage.
He wasn't even on stage. And he did that on purpose because we waiting to hear him come out and do his part.
Yeah.
And he was doing his part in the back of the stage, but he wasn't on stage yet.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Then he ran out for the excitement of the audience, and then he started singing with Jermaine.
Wow.
And when he went to sing with Jermaine, Tell Me That I'm Dreaming, he ran up on the stage and got right next to Jermaine in his face looking at him like this. And he started singing his part.
Right.
Like to say, now I'm here on stage with you. And that's what he did. That was one of the things I never forget for Tell Me That I'm Dreaming.
Yeah.
And Jermaine, of course, stayed there with his bass. Boom, 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 boom. That's Jermaine.
When the morning comes, wake me with your love. Let me know that I'm not dreaming, baby.
Tell me that it's real. Tell me how you feel. Tell me now we both believe it.
In case you guys didn't know, not Michael. My dad met Jermaine Jackson.
Yes. Yes.
We met Jermaine, and Jermaine was nicer and more friendly with my dad than anyone else on the line because you approached him in a certain way.
Right.
Everybody else was talking about Michael because he wrote his book after Michael passed, so people were giving their condolences. But my dad was like, he came up to him, and I think you said,
No, I said to him? I said, Jermaine, let's get serious. And I shook his hand, remember?
Yeah.
I said, let's get serious.
He loved it.
Yeah, he did. He really so he kind of was glad that I was given recognition because, again, I know Jermaine Jackson songs because, again, he had his little history of good music too.
Yeah.
He liked that.
This is a good question. Somebody said, what was school like before social media? What did people do for fun? I always wonder what it would be like to go to school during the time of the Jackson 5 and Michael when he first went solo and socialized with other kids. Because I think these platforms have greatly changed the way we socialize and how deeply we connect as people. So yeah, how was that?
Social media and the way people interact today was totally different from when we was coming up with the Jackson 5, right? That was a whole different world. Because two things, what we had with the Jackson 5 that connected us, everybody, we was at a point where we all went out and bought albums and 45 records based upon the hits. So guess what? Just like you guys listen to a disco, see a CD right now, you go out and buy the CD of the latest song, which is, you have to download it, and a lot of people don't even go out and buy CDs because it's minimum.
Yeah.
But guess what? The thing to do back in those days was when Michael Jackson came out with a song, was to go to the store and everybody got the song. It was almost like if everybody want to buy the latest fashion. Music back in those days was like, who can top the next record and get to become #1 on the charts of Casey Kasem or WBLS or Dick Clark. You know, those people there was giving everybody what you call the level of success with their music. So once Michael came out with a hit like I Am Love or Forever That Came Today or Dancing Machine, guess what? The first thing we did when the weekend came, we went to the store and bought it. So then when they would sit down and say, wait a minute, hold on. Michael Jackson just broke the record. He sold 1 million copies of Shake Your Body Down to the Ground disco.
Wow, because everybody was going out to go get it.
That was the thing. That's how they promote, and that's how. And you talking about how things were, as far as how we used to socialize.
Right.
And then at the same token, when you go to a party, at house parties, you go downstairs, and they would be playing Shake Your Body Down to the Ground because that was the record to hear.
That sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, it's a whole different ball game. then besides that, then after that was over, then we sat down here, and guess what? We'll wait till nighttime and watch the midnight special for them to come on TV.
Oh yeah.
Live. Forget about looking at ABC Dick Clark show at 1:30 in the daytime, and forget about Ready Soul Train on Saturdays. Then we'll sit down here at nighttime, 12 o'clock at night, we'll watch the Jackson 5 get on midnight special. It was like a constant, music was all about trying to constantly have everybody involved, everybody was happy, everybody felt the beat, and everybody was in tune. And when Michael came out with his record, you knew for a fact there's gonna be another hit coming.
Yeah.
You were just waiting for it. It was like saying, I can't wait for his next album to come out or his next record to come out. Because you knew for a fact that it was gonna be different. Especially if it was party music, like Shake Your Body Down to the Ground was good party music. We went to concerts or parties in the basement, listened to his songs because that was just the thing to do.
Wow.
Now, today era, they don't do that.
Yeah.
They download it, everybody put on their iPads or the iPod, and they listen to it privately. They walk around, listen to the jam doing like this here. But there was no get-togethers for that music.
Yeah.
We had get-togethers every other weekend because guess what? If it wasn't Michael outdoing Stevie, Stevie outdoing Michael, Jermaine outdoing this person or that person, then that's what it was all about. And guess who was on top of the heat throughout the whole entire time? It was always Michael. You come out with a good song, and then guess what? Michael gonna come out with a better. That's just the way it was.
Wow.
And that's why he ended up being the king, because everybody know he was gonna be a person that come out with a good song. Oh, here's another song to give you a good example about socializing.
Okay.
Remember that song called "Let Me Show You the Way to Go"?
Yes, yes.
Let me tell you something. That song was almost like a dating song to the world.
Wow.
Because when that song came out, that song was almost like you just felt it in the air. And guess what? People remember that. Now I can guarantee you that people can't remember too many songs today. Even in the era we're in now, you can't remember those songs today because guess what? The music is not the same.
Right.
Even though it's good, but it's not the same.
Yeah. I think everyone watching this channel could probably agree.
That's why we have to hold on to artists such as Michael, because guess what? It's not going to get no better.
Yeah.
It's not going to get no better.
And speaking of that, I have another question about when we went to see Michael Jackson live together. How was the experience seeing this, the 30th anniversary show?
Yeah.
Tell us about your experience while I show everybody our tickets.
Well, first thing is to get these tickets was serious back in the day.
Yeah.
I mean, I was very fortunate enough to have a computer in the house.
Yes.
Because a lot of times I think you had to call up and you had to try to get on the phone to call up Ticketmaster.
Yeah, Ticketmaster.
And Ticketmaster, when they had a concert to release in Madison Square Garden, the 30th anniversary, guess what? Ticketmaster was busy. I had a computer. I was fortunate enough. The computer looked different. You know why? Because everybody didn't have access to computers. You'd have to go to the library. You had to go somewhere to school.
True.
And I was just fortunate to have the computer in the house. Remember?
With the internet and the separate line.
Exactly. And guess what? I was able to get on the computer, and I kept trying, and I finally got through.
Wow.
And that's how I got those tickets. You remember? Because you know what they were saying? Cannot connect. Remember that time I finally got through?
Yeah, because I was like, oh my gosh, come on, we have to get in.
And guess what? It finally went through, and they connected me to the Ticketmaster, and guess what? I was able to get, I think, 4 tickets.
Yeah, 4 tickets. I told this story before. We went together with an uncle of mine and my sister, and yeah, it was
4
great.
tickets, but that was special because we didn't make it. We almost didn't make it.
Yeah.
And we were to the point where the tickets that we got was in the nosebleed seats.
It was so far in the back, and I was telling people though that it was still amazing, Joe, just to be there.
Oh yeah, but we still was able to see because guess what? That's Madison Square Garden. See, Madison Square Garden, no matter how far back you are, you still get a good view.
Yeah.
The way it's laid out. And so we was able to still see the concert, and it was a special concert. And like you said, it's again, it put a lot of special stars. I think
Whitney was there, yeah.
What's his name? Luther too, right? Luther
Luther.
Vandross. You talking about these are all great stars, and Justin Timberlake, Usher.
Yep.
You know, these are all great stars that have their own stardom in their own rights. So it was special, and not just that, but guess what? They had a whole bunch of stars in the audience.
Right, that is
You know
true.
that? I mean, you talking about Elizabeth Taylor was there, and I mean, all the great ones was there just to be in the company. Matter of fact, actually, what they did is, guess what they did? Because it was so sold out, they had to have 2 days of concert because it wasn't meant to be that way.
Yeah, I think it was
They
originally.
had to add another day. It was so many people trying to see it because it's supposed to be the 30th anniversary. Don't forget, with Jermaine again.
Right.
All 6 of them.
Right, they're all coming back again.
Exactly. So that was a special time, and again, it was just. I believe in my heart that it would have been even bigger than it was if it wasn't for 9/11.
Yeah.
Because that happened the next day, right?
Right, the next morning.
The next day it happened.
Did you think that Michael Jackson was ever going to be this important to me?
Oh, to you? Oh, well, that's greatness that you can't deny. And when you think about stars, if you look at Prince, as great as Prince is, as genius and talented, Michael Jackson had a #1 hit in 1969. Prince, I wanna be your lover was 1979.
Wow.
And that's 10 years later. So that tells you there's a different, and of course Prince was an adult.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so that's greatness that I think she probably recognized, and that'll stick with you. That's real reality superstardom, and those are 2 stars at the height of their career, but Michael took it to another level. So when you look at that, that's probably why you're such a great fan, because that's almost unbelievable.
Yeah.
And again, everybody that is who ever been 10 years old or 9 years old or even 7 years old, you think about what you was doing during those age, that time, compared to what Mike was doing.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So another question is, what are your thoughts about Michael Jackson's sudden death in 2009?
Well, I think that shocked the entire world. You know, it's funny how you can sit down here and you can promote yourself all you want, or you could act like you're the greatest, or you could act like you're special. And some people are just, we know the geniuses.
Yeah.
We know who's special. So a lot of people pass on, and you feel sorry. When this guy passed, if you notice, they was mourning this guy almost 3 weeks straight on TV,
Yeah.
on CNN. That's more than kings and queens get.
Yeah.
You know why? That's what happens when you have a 50-year career. You can't deny that. You have some people who want to try to downplay it, or some people try to say it's not so. But you can't deny the masses of people and the amount of respect he receives from that. And the funny thing about him, he had such a long span of a career that it touched everybody. Like, it touched me. Just remember the days of I Want You Back, as I was 10 years old. It touches my daughter from, remember when he came up with Bad and she was only 1 year old. Until the next level of music, such as Dangerous and History. I mean, that doesn't end. You can talk about that. You know, that's like saying when you have a 50-year career, half a century of music.
Right.
That's almost everybody's career. That's almost everybody's life before people retire. People retire at the age of 65.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
And that means from my mother to me to you to a whole bunch of people in the world. That's how much he's given.
Yeah.
You know, and then yes, it hurt. And not just that. You know, look at the memorial things that have been given to him around the world.
Yes.
You talking about the world.
Yeah. All right, so these are going to be some of the last questions that we'll go over. These are some tour-related questions. Again, people really love to hear the experiences of people that went to tours. So, was it hard to hear Michael singing over many screaming fans?
No, because the way they do things in a concert hall, they do things based upon decibel levels. They know for a fact that if the audience is giving you, let's say 29 decibels, they're going to make sure Mike will give you 31 decibels when it comes to volume.
Okay.
So you can scream all you want, but you're not going to be screaming as loud as what you call the speakers could produce sound.
Right.
So that don't happen. That don't happen. That's meant to be that way. Because they want people to scream, but they also want to turn the volume up.
Okay.
So when they scream at 29 decibel levels higher than you hear, then they bring Michael another 3-4 decibel levels higher than that.
Okay, so never any problems hearing Michael. Okay, is it true that people would pass out left and right at the concert?
Yeah, Michael had that type of power. That's why I say those are true legends when you have power like that. There's not too many people that can create that. I don't care how much R. Kelly or Usher sing. They're not going to sit down and have you passing out like that. You know why? Because that's not the real deal. And I mean, if you sit down and think, like I said to you before, there's songs that people will never forget where they are, what they're doing. Like I said, Rock With You, I'm never going to forget. And Let Me Show You the Way They Go. And again, going back, I can still go further back. You can go back to Mama's Pearl.
Yeah.
Go back to Forever Came Today. We can go back to I Am Love. These are songs that when Michael was a teenager,
Right.
that he was singing that I remember in my brain like it was yesterday. And the funny thing about his songs compared to today, and you talk about the difference between today and yesterday, is Michael music, you can remember the words and the lyrics.
So true.
I'm trying to say, and I'm talking about, I don't care how old the song is, you know what I'm saying? Stop the Love You Say May Be Your Own. Those songs, you remember all the words, word by word. Billie Jean is not my love, she's just a girl. You know what I'm trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
Those songs make you remember the lyrics. And that's never going to change.
Yeah.
And that's why you're going to always remember him. Now, I can tell you what. Listen to the radio today. If you can repeat a song today that you hear, that's going to tell you the difference between where we are today and where we were yesterday. Impossible. I hear songs on the radio today. I hear the song and I cannot repeat. And I feel I'm one who know music.
Yeah. He
For
is.
some strange reason or another, the music is different. It does not resonate or you can't retain it.
Right.
You got all these superstars that got hits out. I can't repeat their songs. The Weeknd, you got about 5 songs out. I can't even remember the word Weeknd.
What do you think about me? What do you think about me having this like YouTube channel and connecting with people all over the world about Michael Jackson?
Well, Michael's lucky. He's very lucky because, a lot of people, the way technology is today, somebody like my daughter who's really still constantly showing respect for his talent and also what he brings to her life. Sometimes, I kind of feel my daughter is a knockoff of myself. Music is kind of something that, for me, I could sit down and just listen to the music and feel good about the music and forget myself into whatever's going on in my life and just be happy with it, that's why somebody like Michael Jackson make music that way.
Yeah.
So you can forget about where you are and just listen to the music. And that's what he was about, all about the music. Michael Jackson, my daughter's really listened to Michael Jackson to the point that she has so much love and respect for his talent and his music. And for her to sit down here and share with the world, it's almost like sitting down saying Michael still has disciples out here.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, which is good, let me say something to you. you know, there's a passion in the world that's missing. And the passion is things like my daughter have for music, things I've had for music, things you give people credit for bringing joy into your life. Because when you think about what's going on in the world today, it's not the same.
Yeah.
Nobody really caring about each other the same way. Nobody's looking out for each other. It's like I'm saying, everybody in their own little world. But this guy has always had this feel for life, and he always had a good life, and he always had a special talent. And sometimes when you have a special talent, it's great when you can share it.
Yes.
And he see to me, he always cared about people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In such a way that say, you know what? If I could make people come together, if I could make people happy for a moment, that made me feel special. And I think that Michael was the type of person that he wanted to make people feel special all the time. And guess what? He is. Because if you think about it, even the music you listen to today, you feel special.
All right, you guys. So the last thing is we have a giveaway. This is going to be a thank you to you guys for sticking by the channel and for supporting me and supporting Michael. Like, all right, so we have a Blood on the Dance Floor CD. I know some of you guys might have it, but some people might not. We've got a Michael Jackson postcard. We've got the Ultimate Collection. This has Live in Bucharest, the Dangerous Tour. You have one of these too, right?
Yes. I got that for a Christmas gift from somebody.
Yeah. A Thriller tote bag. Ooh. Kind of nice.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, okay.
Okay, and then we have, I actually got this when I went to Brazil and I never used it. This is a,
Really?
yep, They Don't Care About Us notebook from Brazil.
That's great.
And then we have this shirt, which I had made, which honestly, the design, like at the bottom, didn't come out as great as I wanted, but this is Michael's quote, "Study the greats, become greater."
You're right. You're right about that.
Yep.
You're right on the shoulders of the ones before you.
And then we've got a keychain,
Okay.
Michael Jackson keychain. We've got a little pin of Michael Jackson as Peter Pan from Secret Dreamers Society. They're on Etsy. We've got a sticker sheet, Michael Jackson bubble stickers. And then lastly, we've got an MJ Fangirl. I'll open this one. I'll give you guys a new one. But this is an MJ Fangirl exclusive reusable bag.
Mm-hmm.
And it says,
Make that change.
make that change.
No.
So if you guys,
nice,
yeah, it's
nice.
pretty good, right?
Pretty good, nice.
So if you guys would like to enter the giveaway, again, this is my thank you to you. So if you'd like to enter the giveaway, and I'll be contacting the winner down below, so you have to do two things. Number one is follow me on Instagram at MJFangirlBlog. I'm gonna put it right here. And then also make sure that you're commenting down below anything you want. You can comment anything, but just make sure the word Triumph is in your comment and you'll be automatically entered in the giveaway. I'll be picking your comments down below. This will go on for 3 days. So 3 days after this video is posted, I will pick out a comment, a winner. So yeah, thank you so much, Dad, for coming on the channel. It has been a pleasure to have you here. Thank you. We've been talking about this for a while, and yeah, so I'm so glad and that you would come on and share some of the knowledge that you've shared with me growing up with the community online.
Right. I actually had fun, and maybe I get invited back 2021.
Yeah, maybe.
At the end of the year, you never know.
You never know. If you'd like to see my dad come back on the channel, leave your comments down below. And until next time, you guys, bye.